Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So we heard today from the mouth of Julio Jones himself, he is out of Atlanta. He will not be returning. Now, that is not a shocker, right? We have heard the rumors that Atlanta was trying to trade him before the draft began, and now we're hearing that they're listening to rumors now. But I think everybody has came to grasp and came to terms, right, that Julio Jones will not be a member of the Atlanta Falcons this upcoming season. Now, what team should he go to? That is definitely the question. Now, Bleacher Report, so kindly of them, they were able to put out an article talking about potential trade spots for Julio Jones. So what we're going to be doing today, going over the teams that they listed as potential, new teams for him. We're going to be saying yes or no. Do we like it? Do we not like it? And, will we ultimately take a chance on Julio Jones? Now, when it comes to would I take a chance on Julio Jones, if I'm just a general manager of, a random team, my answer, depending on, who I have at wide receiver, is absolutely, right? Julio Jones right now slated to make $15 million this year. Then that goes down to 11 and 11 the last 2 years of his deal. Julio Jones, in my opinion, is still currently a top 5 wide receiver. Yes, he did miss time. Yes, he only played 9 games last season. But you've seen how he was still being productive for that Falcons squad, right? And we've seen Falcons obviously didn't have the best team in the world, but he was still productive last season. I still think he could still be that same wide receiver. He is getting older, but when you look at his salary and you look at his production, to me, you're giving it a shot, right? If you could get top 10 production one season and then potentially top 20 production the last 2 seasons when he'll be the 12th highest paid receiver in the league, I'm all for that. I will definitely take that chance because we know the talent that Julio Jones has. Now, looking at the teams, of course, the first team on Bleacher Report's list is the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is a no-brainer for everybody. I think most people would agree that for Baltimore, you definitely need a number 1 wide receiver, a true number 1 wide receiver, not a deep threat, not a tight end. You need a true big body, number 1 receiver that you can rely to get open, that you can rely to make the catches, and that you can rely upon to actually, distract the defense from Lamar Jackson, from the running game, even from a Mark Andrews, right? Even from a Hollywood Brown. You need that guy out there. Julio Jones, I think, does that. When Julio's out there, yes, he's older. I still think he is a threat to a lot of secondaries, and defensive coordinators don't have to worry about it. So if I'm Baltimore, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. So I think that's definitely a go. The Cleveland Browns is something, no, that's a no for me. I don't see what Julio would do to, put Cleveland over the top. Cleveland they improved this offseason, in my opinion, right? Adding, Jadeveon Clowney, boosting up that defense. You still have Kareem Hunt with Nick Chubb, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. Do you now need Julio Jones? Is that, third piece just make your offense dramatically better? I don't believe so, because you still have your solid tight ends as well. I don't think so. So Cleveland Browns, to me, nah, not too interested in that one, man. The next team is the Green Bay Packers. Now, this gets interesting, or does it? We don't know what's going on in Green Bay. All we know is, as of right now, Aaron Rodgers is beefing. It looks like he doesn't really want to be, in Green Bay. It looks like Green Bay may not want him there too long. I think they're going to try to move. I think they're going to try to play hardball, but I think ultimately they're going to try to move him. I think that is the move for Green Bay. Can they please Aaron Rodgers? Can they do enough to make him want to stay there? I'm not sure if Julio, I think Julio could make him want to stay a little bit more, but I think at this point that bridge is burnt for Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's gone. Obviously, when you look at it, yes, it will make a ton of sense having Devontae Adams with Julio Jones, with Aaron Rodgers, right? But I don't see why, because I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. So for me, yes, he could help out, a young Jordan Love, but I don't know if Green Bay wants to do that. I think at this point, Green Bay, in my opinion, should just start getting younger, start trying to rebuild, not get older, because Julio wants to win. He needs a win now mentality. Now, the New England Patriots, this one is interesting, right? This one is interesting because the Patriots receiving core, has not been that good. Now, they did go out and they tried to make, some plays, some guys, or some moves rather, to go get some guys. But are we a huge believer in Nelson Agholor? Is it Nelson Agholor your number 1? Is he going to be the guy that's going to all of a sudden make your receiving core respectable? N'Keal Harry, what is he going to do? Is he going to be able to bounce back? Is he going to show some of the promise we've seen when he came out of Arizona State, or no? Julio Jones going there definitely helps out. You get an older guy like Cam Newton. Maybe this is a win now. See if we get something going with the current roster. If it doesn't work, everything gets turned over from New England. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes to the Patriots if they could go out and get it. Because you have an older quarterback, you have receivers that, you know, they're not the oldest, but, you know, they're not the Patriots in general are not the youngest team ever anyway, even on the defense side of the ball. So I think give Cam Newton another weapon, see what they could do. If this does not work, then you simply move on to Mac Jones and you kind of start that rebuild process there. So I'm going to say yes to the New England Patriots. And I believe this is the last team. The last team they have on the list is the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans are a team that had Corey Davis. They rarely, I feel like, underutilized Corey Davis. I think Corey Davis is a better receiver than what people give him credit for, and I think a lot of that is because he played for the Titans. A.J. Brown works great because he could get those yards after the catch. Julio Jones could do similar things, right? We've seen him make plays after catching the ball. You have him paired up in a Titans scheme, right? That's still going to be run dependent. It's going to be play action heavy. But now, can you really load up the box as much as you want to try to stop a Derrick Henry when you have Julio Jones on the outside? Now, the Titans, they did lose Jonnu Smith. I think that's going to be a big loss for that offense. But I'm going to say yes to this, right? The only question mark is Ryan Tannehill. I am not a believer in Ryan Tannehill when it comes to him just naturally being a thrower. I think he's a game manager. I think he is solid when the guys are open. He is solid when guys, you know, could get in those positions. But that's why I like this for the Titans, right? Because Julio Jones is a guy, you throw it in the vicinity, he's going to go get it. He will make a defender pay if they man him up one-on-one. I still think he has that in him, and the ability to run after the catch is still there, in my opinion. So I like it for the Tennessee Titans. Out of this list, I don't mind either one of these teams except for the Cleveland Browns. I just don't think Cleveland is the move. I don't think that's the best fit in the world. But you guys let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. That is it for this episode. As usual, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please go ahead and leave this video a like. It helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm see you next time. Peace.